Hello, hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Three Keys Tarot. We are going to do a weekly reading for you, starting off just to see, what the week may have in store for you, what messages or message may be here from Spirit to you. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see what Spirit has to say for this week for Scorpio. Alright, Spirit, what does Scorpio need to hear the most right now? What is coming in for Scorpio for the week? The Eight of Chalices. Okay, so the Eight of Chalices represents a point in your life where you're feeling stagnation, right? Not very much illumination at all. If you look here, all of these chalices, all of these cups are darkened, full of nothing but black smoke. There is, no water that flows through these cups. So a situation, Scorpio, that was expected to be ideal for you may not be panning out as you had hoped it should be, right? Basically, what seemed like it was a good thing, may have started out as a good thing for you, is actually turning out to be opposite of that. This could be any kind of toxic, any kind of toxic shit, or toxic relationships, or people that you actually, have in your life, Scorpio. Basically, it's time to cut ties with any of that negativity and all of those things that are weighing you down here. So the Eight of Chalices wants you to walk away from anything that's not serving you. Anything that's not in your best interest, Scorpio, or not serving your higher purpose. It's time to walk away from what isn't and walk towards what it is that you were really wanting. Because right now you just kind of feel like maybe perhaps you're going through, the everyday motions of life. Nothing seems exciting right now to you. Everything just kind of feels like you're on a repeat cycle. And again, this was a situation that was expected to be ideal, but just didn't quite pan out that way. So that's the energy that we're leading into this week for. So let's dig a little deeper and see why this Eight of Chalices is here. Spirit, can I get clarification on the Eight of Chalices here? What does Scorpio need to know about the Eight of Cups? And what is this talking about? All right, the Ace of Moons. Okay, so aces are beginnings in tarot, just like they are, with a standard card playing deck. So this is a beginning or focus and a lot of concentration, right? So there was a lot of effort, I feel, and like a lot of concentration that was put into the situation that at first seemed like, yeah, this is really, if this was a relationship, like, yes, this is, fantastic. Or even if you started a new job or anything like that, a lot of focus and attention to detail was really put into this, put into this situation here with the Eight of Chalices. And then we have the Ace of Moons when asking for clarification here. And so with that, it indicates a breakthrough or a new point of view, right? So it also could be saying for you to look at things differently, like just have a breakthrough and really focus in on a time where you might have more clarity right now of thought, where you're able to stay focused on your goal, and your communication skills may be stronger at this time. And if that's not what the situation was, right? Because this was a clarifier to find out why the Eight of Chalices is here. So maybe it's you or someone else in the situation that needs the breakthrough and like the new point of view here. Or, Spirit could be coming to you and saying to look at this from a different direction. Like where you can have more clarity of thought, take some time to really hone in on it and think about it here to see if you can stay focused. It's either telling you to be more focused on the goal, or this is driving you far from a serious focus you may have. With this situation, you may not be as focused on something right now as much as you should be. Take that however it resonates with you. I mean, it could be both, right? It could be both situations happening there. But that's going to resonate with you, however that resonates. But definitely a time where you have more clarity in thought and able to stay focused on your goal is the main objective of the Ace of Moons. Triumph, focus, and clarity. So let's see how this situation's going to end up here with this situation and towards the end of the week for you, Scorpio. What is the final say here, Spirit, and how this situation is going to turn out? King of Staves. So basically same thing as King of Wands. So you're going to conquer and dominate this issue, dominate those problems, which Scorpio, you typically normally do. You don't take no bullshit from nobody, and you're usually very quick to dominate the issue at hand. So with this being like the final outcome here, of this situation or of this week in general, right? With this situation, you've got the King of Staves. So basically, the king is always respected by those around him. And definitely you've got, a talent for inspiring people to get something done. So you're going to break through this. You're going to get the shit done. And it's going to inspire other people to see like, wow, holy shit. Scorpio is going through all this here. And now they're coming out on top, like towards the end of the week. You've got a common goal here with other people, whether this is a relationship, could be talking about job related as well. Either way, you're going to be asked to help others through problems too. They're going to look up to you like a leader, like a visionary, like, okay, like, what advice do you have for me? You just went through all of this and now because of that, like what life lesson did it teach you? So, it could be someone close to you to come into your life later down the road that could have the same kind of issue. Or this could tie into, other multiple people in your life, right? Either way, you're going to conquer this issue. It's definitely, victory, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship. I can't say that word correctly, but, being someone that's looked up to, like higher up, basically. So I really feel that this could be talking about your job, Scorpio. I think right now, whatever's got your focus thrown off here, you've got the Eight of Cups, right? So this is time for you to walk away, let go of any of that toxic bullshit, walk away from it, let that shit go, get it out of your life, walk towards what it is you really want so you can focus on your goals for the week here. And that way, towards the end of the week, you're going to be able to dominate this shit like you normally do, Scorpio. Thank you for watching. If this reading did not resonate with you, be sure to check your moon and rising as well as other readers. If it did resonate, please be sure to drop a comment, like the video, as well as subscribe to my channel so that way you'll be able to be updated whenever I do more readings. And thank you once again for joining Three Keys Tarot.